All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 6 yards. 940. Watch the run. Watch the run to 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 down, 3 down.
Second and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. They snap it and run. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory.
Check 13. Check 13.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the safety on front. Hey, I got him. On me.
Second and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. And escapes the sack. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Ingram. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go. Drive on. Flare, flare. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. You go tight. You got tight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Set, hut, go to base. Go, go. Kill, kill, kill. Switch up. Walk twist, walk twist, walk twist. Twist, twist. Now.
They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now. 40's mark. Pittsburgh. 40's the mark. Here we go. Perfect. Tight down. There you go. Back, back, back. Jump, jump.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Steelers 7, Ravens 6.
Hey, hold on.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Make three. Make two.
And to give this time to the
You
tailback.
ain't doing nothing mistake.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hatch it. Hey, twist, bravo. Zip, zip.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Sponge, no. Switch.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Undercrunch.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch number 33. Single. Got a single in the slot. Wide. Get wide. Eddie Weber.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Check three, check three, check three.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's got a first down or more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Rush in. Short. Watch out. Squeeze.
Check 25. That's it. Go. Rush.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with Hill. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 31. Hey. 50 the mic. I got you.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready. Mike 51. 6-6. Go, Brian. Mike 51.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. We own them.
2nd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Check 4.
Check.
Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Hey.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 40, check. Better bring it. I'm letting you know.
They'll drop the throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Check 26. Check 26. 40. Mike 40. Zip it.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Safety's creeping.
Check 50, check 50.
No. Off. What? 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. QB drop. Watch QB smoke. Mike 40. All day, just like that. 80 weapons. Just like that. He's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. You got 3 down. Go. Reset.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 13.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 37, check 37. Watch the safety creep. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, it's Hill, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Let's go.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fight 51, Mike 50.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Get along. West. Right there. 40's Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. Tighten up. Tighten up. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want. You don't want. Let it go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Kill. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
27-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Come on, the ball. Check 3.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They complete it to Hill. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Again, they run with Hill. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one. One remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's Hill, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill with time running out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going to rush in. Rush in. Hey, go. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong